It's a form of ectodermal dysplasia, which causes me to be short stature. I'm only 4'7". My hair to be really short and really, really thin. It causes my hands to be curved. I have curved toes. I have a lot of health issues as far as an immune deficiency, which causes me to get sick very easily. My bones are very brittle. I break easily. So I've been through a lot. Daily, I get made fun of for being the way I am because of this disorder. I can't help it. I can't do anything to change it. If I could take a magical pill to look and act and be just like everyone else, I would, but I can't. Just recently, I walked into a place to get a haircut, and the lady said, "Yeah, I'll be able to do your hair." And I told her that I would have to speak with my mother and I would call her back to make an appointment. When I called her back, sorry, this is making me tear up, but when I called her back, she told me that because of my hair, she could not cut my hair because of it being so thin and short. So she told me that I needed to take vitamins or go see a doctor and get it fixed. There is no cure for ectodermal dysplasia. There is no cure for Tripp syndrome. There's only 8 other people in this world that have it. Most people that have it worse than I do. I'm one of the lucky ones. But on a daily basis, I'm made fun of because I'm different. I cry myself to sleep at night because people make fun of me. I go down, when I am able to go to public school, when I walk down the hall, I get made fun of. I get pointed at and laughed because my hair's short. They point to me and they say, "Hey, there's that girl that has cancer," or "Hey, there's that girl that has AIDS because she's dying," or some idiotic reason that it's not the case. I was born this way. I can't do anything to change it. Sorry, this is making me cry. It's very hard to deal with this. And I thank God that I have a lot of supporters out there, like my mom, my grandmother, my brother, my boyfriend, my Aunt Tabitha. All these people out here that support me and help me get through it. God does. At night I pray every night to wake up and be normal so that I no longer have to cry and have to struggle. I can't even get my license to drive a car because I'm so short. I can't play basketball or cheerleading or softball or soccer or any kind of sport like that because my bones are so fragile because of this disorder. And yet, people that are normal take it for granted. They think, they would rather go out and party and abuse their body instead of using it and, having a normal life like me and millions of children with disabilities would love to have a normal life. But we can't. You know, you may have seen it on Facebook, you probably have. Adelia Rose. She'd love to go out and buy clothes like all her friends are wearing. Or have hair like all her friends do. But she doesn't. To look like all her friends do. But she can't. And that's not her fault. And no one should blame her or pick on her or call her names because she's different. No one should be discriminated because they're different. No matter it be health, color, size, anything. No one should have to go through this. You know, many days I wake up and get ready for school, or I get out of the shower and I look at myself in the mirror and I think, why do I even put on makeup? Why do I even fix my hair? They're still going to make fun of me. And it's hard. And I cry every day because some idiotic they just don't feel good about themselves, make a comment that they might not think hurts me, but it does. And it hurts bad. Now, I'm going to get to the part about my testimony and about everything that's happened in my life. I was born 16 and a half years ago. I was born with a hole in the left bottom chamber of my heart. At 18 months old, I had a VSD repair, which is where they cut a scar from here to below my breast and opened me up at 18 months old and put a patch on my heart. I died 3 times when I was between the time I was born and about the time they fixed the hole in my heart. The doctors, there is no medical reason why I survived. There is no medical reason why I'm still breathing today. Through every medical thing I've had to go through. The only thing we can think of is God has something special planned for me. And I'm going to do anything I can to make that happen. About 4 years ago, my life drastically changed. And, you know, my dad, my biological father, but came into my house and broke the handle off our vacuum cleaner and beat my mother's skull in. And he knocked me off the porch because he was high and because he was using IV drugs. And it changed everything forever. At that time, we did not know that my brother was also using IV drugs. That ruined his life. You know, he flipped 4 different cars. You know, there was times that me and my mother would walk in and find him with needles in his arm and his eyes rolled back in his head. All because my father. All because my father decided that it was easier to get my brother into that than to feed him. And for your own father to do that is really hard. You know, and I've tried to forgive my father and allow my father back into my life. And he chooses drugs over me. And to go to bed every night knowing that drugs are more important to my father than his own daughter kills me inside. My brother right now is in Teen Challenge in Dublin, Georgia, which is a Christian-based, faith-based rehabilitation service. He is clean of alcohol, tobacco, everything. You can go watch his testimony also and hear his story. But because of what my dad did, my mother has had to have 3 brain surgeries since then. One where they put a shunt in her brain, and they told her that she only has 2 years to live. That gives her 2 years to see me graduate high school. And I go through that every day. Not to mention my medical problems. You know, and all I can say, you know, I pray from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed that something will happen and something will change and we'll get luck. And I just pray that that'll happen. And, you know, everyone out there that's watching this that's, you know, smoking weed or popping pills or something like that, it'll lead to more. And it'll ruin your life. You know, I mean, because of weed and because of pills, I no longer have a father. You know, when I get married, my brother is going to have to walk me down the aisle because my dad chose drugs over me. My dad beat me because of drugs. My dad beat my mother because of drugs. My dad got my brother addicted to drugs because he was on them. All because he was fighting the demons inside him. And I just pray that this video touches you guys and you start to appreciate what you have in your life, and you appreciate that anything you do can change it. And I just hope that you find God and that you realize that you are the only thing that's going to get you into heaven. Not your friends, not your clothes, not your hair, not your makeup, not anything, but your soul, your heart. And you need to get that right. And you really need to believe. Because God can truly make a difference. And that's my story. Thank you for watching.